everyone, my name is Sarah and I talk about sustainability here. And today we're talking about getting active. Whoa, 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 not that kind of active. I'm talking about being politically active. Too much? A little too much, okay. So why are we talking about politics on a sustainability channel? Because politics affects everything. If you think of something that you really, really love, think of it, have it in your mind, it's political. I promise. I believe that we have a collective moral responsibility to, one, exercise our civic duties, and two, to speak up for those who are disenfranchised. Also, I think that you as my subscribers are curious and engaged people who can really benefit from being politically active if you're not already. So follow these steps, break them down into little pieces just like a workout, and you'll be on your way to being politically active. This is really just what's worked for me and how I've become politically active mostly in the last year or so. So I am joining you on this journey. I am no means an expert, and I really want to get some information from you all as well. So go ahead and leave how you would be politically active or how you already are in the comments down below. Let's get into it. First, we stretch. In politics, it's important to know who actually represents you and who is making legislation on your behalf, because public officials work for us. Who are these people? First, check your federal level and find your 2 senators and your 1 representative. In the United States, we also have states, so know at the state level who is representing you. So you have your governor, your assemblyman, and your senator. And once you know who's who, go ahead and create a Google News alert for the names of the politicians. And so you can kind of just skim every morning when it comes into your mailbox of what exactly these people are doing and what other people are saying about what these people are doing. Another way is, if you really want to, you can follow them on Twitter. For example, Kamala Harris is my senator for California, and I don't follow her because it's all about the 2020 race. I'm just not ready. I'm not ready for it. Following your representatives on social media is a great way to just have kind of throughout your day what these people are doing. And finally, to keep up to date on what they're doing, consider subscribing to their e-newsletter. And it really depends on the public official on how often they're going to send you emails. Like, for example, my boy Tom only sends me an email like once every 2 months, and it doesn't say anything. He also doesn't ever tweet, and he's not active on any other social media. So, Tom, I just want to know what you're doing. Now it's time to ease it up a notch and actually get into our workout. And this step is about asking questions. Any question you have can be answered by the internet. So go ahead and spend 10 minutes a day Googling or binging or cozying. Use this time to actually just ask questions. And these are going to be different for every person, but some example. What's a caucus? How much does my senator make? Why does everyone in Congress still use plastic water bottles? Who is AOC? What's the difference between a prop and a bill? And why won't Tom tweet me back? Hi, Tom. Another way you can ease into this workout is to follow or to subscribe to a podcast. And 2 of the ones I recommend are the NPR Politics Podcast, and a second one that I found recently is Civics 101, also available on the NPR app. If you really want to know about a specific topic, consider reading a book. This is arguably the least active and most sedentary thing. It's a lot of time. It's time commitment, I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't say for how many days you have to do this 10-minute workout, so loophole. Alright, so you're feeling the burn. Don't quit on me now, especially because this is the time that you're gonna start to feel really dumb. And we all feel it. Politics is messy and it's complicated, and our systems are going every which way. It seems like you can never be caught up. Realize that you are not dumb and that the system is made to be complicated. Okay, workouters. Is that a word? Okay, workout touriers. Okay, fitness fanatics. Okay, so now it's time to rest. Take these 10 minutes, go outside, be in nature, collect your thoughts, reflect on what you've been learning. It's so important to take a break from the news, to take a break from politics, and really connect with your why. Breathe, rest, and then let's power through. Alright friends, now it's time to put in the work. So it's time to raise your voice. And a great way to do this is to go to govtrack.us, and they give you a beautiful template on how to call your members of Congress. So we're gonna walk you through it right now, and let's call them. So as you can see here, I am looking at the Fair Day in Court for Kids Act of 2019. So I put in my address, I find my representatives, and it gives me a little thing of how exactly I should contact them.
Hi, this is Kamala Harris. Thank you for calling my Senate office in Washington, D.C. Thank you for taking the time to share your thoughts with me.
Hi, Senator Harris. I'm calling to thank you for sponsoring S662, the Fair Day in Court for Kids Act of 2019. I really think this legislation is important in moving forward with our immigration policy, and I just wanted to thank you for co-sponsoring this bill. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
See? Easy as that. Okay folks, it's time to get into our crunch time, which you know what that already means. It's time to exercise your right to vote. So technically I'm not lying when this could take 10 minutes. For example, if you've kept up to date on the props, on the politics, on the people that are running, and you have a mail-in ballot, you should be able to fill that thing out in about 10 minutes. It is possible. Is it probable? No. But keep in line with the theme, it has to be 10 minutes. So I'm just saying, I'm of the opinion that voting is the most efficient way to get your voice heard. So when we're talking about voting, we have to recognize that there's so many barriers to voting, and that voting, frankly, is confusing. So some of these barriers include voter ID laws, the fact that it's on a frickin' Tuesday, address changes, and voting districts. As a college student, I realized that in 2016, a lot of my fellow people who were in college forgot to register in San Diego, thus they were ineligible to vote unless they went home to their home district. The time it takes to vote, the emotional investment it takes to vote. In most states in the United States, we don't have automatic voter registration. And these are just barriers for people who have the legal right to vote. Historically, so many people have been victims of voter suppression, like people of color, women, indigenous folks, trans folks. And in the United States, there are still people who do not have the right to vote, including people under 18. In some states, people who have been convicted of a felony, people who hold green cards or are non-citizens, and people who live in US territories, like Puerto Rico. And just as a side note, I'm not saying that all these people should have the right to vote. I'm just saying that these are people who are often affected by policy yet have no say. And one more thing to power through in our crunch time to remember about voting is you don't have to vote for every single thing. A lot of people equate voting with presidential elections, but since I've been eligible to vote, I've voted 4 times. So there are so many things. If you really just cannot decide on a certain prop or a certain person to vote for, skip it.
Sarah, oh cool that you're putting this in like exercise terms, and kind of fake because I was actually expecting a workout, but what if I really just want to be physically active and I don't care about political activism?
There are a lot of reasons why people who have the right to vote choose not to, and I get it. It's so easy to see a system that's broken and unfixable and maybe not really playing that much of an impact in your life. But the truth is that people who say they don't care about politics are usually in positions of power and privilege where the system is already working for them, so why would they change it? And if you think you might be one of these people, go ahead and step back for a second and think about the why. Why do you vote? Why don't you vote? Do you believe you have a moral obligation to vote? And I'd love to hear your responses on this, so please comment them down below. So we're in the final 10 minutes of our workout today. So what can you do outside of voting to be politically active? Well, there are actually a lot of things. You can join community movements, you can volunteer, you can sit on councils, you could go to meetings. And if none of these options are feasible for you, just talk about it. Talk about politics. Bring it up when it may be uncomfortable. If you like this content and want to see more of it, go ahead and click that subscribe button and share this with some of your friends who may not be as politically active as you would like. And as always, have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, friends.